Hello, citizens. We are at Olisar currently. I've got the P-52 pole, and you might notice it's doing a small pirouette below my feet. So I'm just standing on top of the ship. There is no operator currently within this ship, and the ship is slowly moving. It's actually moving a bit slower than this. I've sort of sped the video up to enhance the apparent motion of the ship in a counterclockwise direction. Um, this is somewhat of a pet peeve with me. I'm not sure what is preventing our ships that are delivered to us in a static fashion. As you can see, there is no operator. Um, you know, the ship's delivered in a static fashion to us, and it is moving as if under some kind of um, motion or power of some kind. I don't know. It's as if the ship doesn't have any weight, and so when it was placed here, maybe it had a small motion, counterclockwise motion, and it just started moving. Other ships exhibit to a much worse degree this kind of movement, such as the Origin 325A. I looked at the M50 and a few other ships um, in a little more detail later in the video. I'll be covering the Freelancer Mercantile and its micro stutter motions. I'm not sure what CIG can do to fix this, but this is definitely something I feel should be addressed. It's not game breaking. It's not critical. I could have just jumped in the ship, taken off, been happy. But I don't know. Call it a pet peeve. Just kind of something that I find wrong with the game, and I'd like to see fixed. It's not as critical as, say, getting the Cartual hangar ready, or some of the other ships worked on, or some other aspects of the game, but I'd like them to take a look and see what's going on here. Kind of these micro stutters. Interestingly enough, the ship is translating as it's moving, so it has moved now several meters away from its original position when it was first delivered. I also don't like the use of what's clearly Constellation weapons, the M3As there. I think this ship really deserves a more special touch, more customized weapons, similar power, that kind of thing. And here we have sort of an overhead view of some of the very same motions that are occurring, but you get more of a clearer picture. And at some point in time, the ship will translate up into the right and appear to come to a resting point with some very, very slight and small micro stuttering. I definitely would like to see some more customized weaponry. I particularly like the fact that they're using the, I think that's the rattle. I can't remember the name of the gun. I like how they're employing the gun. I think the gun could be fleshed out a little more with an apparent barrel. Doesn't seem like it has barrel openings. They seem like they're not really, demonstrating well, but decided to pick this up, even though I have the Aquila, and the ship would come with the Aquila because I just wanted to fly it apart from the Constellation ships. And again, this is characteristic of many, 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 many ships. The Cutlass Drake, the Drake Cutlass Black will do this. You name it. Every ship has some form of dynamic movement when on the ground or when on a pad. And here's where the ship sort of tends to just stop moving. Somebody greased the skids or something. I'm not sure what happened. I also like to address what appears to be just a very poorly developed thrust system. Now, I understand this is intentional, but this is bad. It really doesn't give me any immersion factor because I feel like there's something wrong with my ship. And those inputs are not actually being done by me. The pitch was done by me, but these sideward rocking motions are actually done by the thruster dynamics that were changed as part of 2.1.1. And I just don't think this is good. On larger ships, it's very much dampened, but smaller ships like the P-52, you get this really weird rocking, and then it also makes landing the ship a little more difficult because you have accelerated motion into the landing gear. So as I'm descending, the ship is rocking. So this should definitely be toned down per ship, per the mass of the ship, and all that other stuff. One final thing I'd like to show is essentially the Freelancer Mercantile. The micro stutters of the Freelancer Mercantile, okay, not really a big deal. The ship's gonna, for the most part, stay in place, stay where it is, but I just don't think this adds to immersion and feel. The ships on any landing surface feel too much like they're weightless. So I think this would be a really great opportunity to kind of knock that out, stabilize the ships. This will definitely impact, let's say, future planetary landings, any kind of precision landing work. If the ship is creeping along like this, that's just no good. So I think 2.1.1 is great. I love the new Freelancer. Can't wait to see the Max. Thought about picking up this Mercantile here. It's just 110 pledge. Seems ideal. But, perhaps CIG will tune things up. They know about this. Perhaps they know about this and they're well aware of it, and they'll just tune it right up and get rid of the issues. One thing I do like is as we lift off in the Freelancer, we are not going to be experiencing that rocking motion. You can see here it's pretty steady. There's practically no movement whatsoever, and that's kind of how I think it really should be for all ships, because Right now, it feels like, you know, you have a destabilized thruster system, or maybe a problem with the IFCS computer. It just can't quite seem to stabilize the ship. Here, it's excellent. And as I elevate higher off of the landing pad and further away, you know, it's rock steady. Gear comes up, gear is sucked up into the belly, and we're ready to go. Ready to go be naughty. Do something interesting. You know, explore the verse. Or, go turn back on some gamma rays. Or, uh, head over to Korea or someplace, or, maybe even just kind of fly around, chill out, have some fun. Or, experience physics. Experience the game physics. Kind of like this.